All right, as you said, we're the Pilgrim family. We're from Roanoke, Alabama, which is about 2 hours from here. We're about an hour south of Oxford, an hour north of Auburn University. Back in last year, my wife was diagnosed with preeclampsia and HELP. We were sent here. She was 30 weeks gestation. She was able to deliver. Thank God there was no major health problems. But we was able to get in the Ronald McDonald house, and at that time we have never really heard of the Ronald McDonald house. We went to McDonald's, and you see the sign, you know, drop your change in and stuff like that. But they come around in the UAB and they said, we're your social worker and we're gonna put you in at the Ronald McDonald house, and they went to explain it. So of course we was already terrified of what we was going through. We didn't know what to expect, because the doctors had said you'll face this and this and this. And then the Ronald McDonald house, we still didn't know. I mean, we didn't know what to expect. But she was able to deliver him healthy. Thank God he never was even on oxygen. 10 weeks born early. He was normal. He stayed in the NICU unit for probably 14 hours, and then they sent him on down to the step-down unit. So we don't have a story of major health problems. But what we do, God, our church, and the Ronald McDonald house helped us through it all. God, our church, I called our church, we was put in the hospital on Sunday. Saturday night, things took the worst. They said, look, you're going into labor. This is what to expect. We're taking you down now. So I called our church. Our church got to praying. And God began to move in that hospital. Nothing wrong. We come to the Ronald McDonald house. And of course, you see we got 2 other kids. They was back at home for 2 weeks. We didn't see our other 2 kids. And then I was able to go home during the week to be with them, to try to keep a normal routine while she stayed at the Ronald McDonald house, and was able to go over to the hospital and be with our other son. And on the weekends, what's really special was on the weekends, I would pick them up from school on Friday. We would make the drive up, and then we was all to be able to be together as a family on Friday evening through Sunday. And to some people, it may not be a big deal, but to us it was huge to be able to come together, to have home away from home where we could settle in and still have our family time, to concentrate on us and him. It was just a very huge blessing for us to be able to stay in the Ronald McDonald house. And me being gone the 5 days during the week, I didn't have to worry about my wife if she was being able to eat, if she was getting a shower, if she was having to wear dirty clothes or whatever. She was able to wash clothes, and they fed her. Even in the UAB women's place, they stayed there and they fed there. So my wife was taken care of by the Ronald McDonald house 5 days a week when I wasn't there. So it was a huge blessing to us and our family. And I'd also like to add that I know we're speaking on our behalf, but today we're Team Iduma. We're a little church out in the middle of the country. In fact, we've got chicken houses right next door to our church. That's how far in the country we are. Our church usually averages around 100 people. In our church, there's 6 families that have been in the Ronald McDonald house. Wow. Just from our church. So the Ronald McDonald house is huge, far and near. It had made a huge impact on us. We was able to concentrate more on him, not worry about the stress of everything else going on. We was able to focus and also know my wife was taken care of.
And I also want to thank the Ronald McDonald house too, because when we came to the hospital, we probably didn't have $20 in our name. We were worried about how we would eat, where we would stay, and like he said, our church took care of us, but so did the Ronald McDonald. I never had to worry about a meal or where I was going to lay my head at night. They had the family room over at the hospital, and I knew I would be taken care of. There was nights where I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would just want to go see my baby, and they wouldn't even let me leave by myself. They would stand outside and watch me until I got to the hospital. I was always taken care of, and this mission means so much to me because when he was supposed to stay here 10 weeks, at 5 weeks we were sent home with a healthy baby. He came in weighing 2 pounds 15 ounces, and you know, for those 5 weeks I never had to worry. And so it's like he said before, we didn't know anything about the Ronald McDonald, but now, I mean, it is our mission to always help and donate any way that we can. So.